think the funniest joke tonight will be if I fall off the stage. So that light is really close to my face, but I'll make it work. It's almost the end of the year, so are you guys starting to procrastinate more or procrastinate less? Because I find that finals week is much like the Olympics of procrastination. Because this week is the most important week of your semester career, and yet I've probably been on Pinterest more in 1 hour than I have my entire life. So, also, just because I thought it'd be fun and better to do than taking notes, I joined Tinder for like 2 hours. That went very well. Tinder, I can't do Tinder. I can't do the online dating stuff because I can't just look at a picture of a dude and assume that it's gonna go well. Because with my social being, I can't even like look at a dude walking around campus and be like, oh, he's good looking. No, my female brain immediately jumps to, I wonder what our babies would look like. I don't want kids, they're sticky and terrifying, but that's what happens when I see someone that's attractive. So Tinder doesn't work because you don't get there's nothing on Tinder that ruins it for you. You get the best of each person. You get the fake pictures with the filters and all that stuff. So I always have not liked Tinder because you don't hear about the dude bro voice. The dude bro voice, for the lack of applause and laughter that I got for that joke, is it's when you see a dude and he says the words dude, bro. That's a dude bro. It's kind of like, I think it's like a mating call, because I think that dude bros love each other, but they can't actually tell each other that. So they have made this lowering IQ language to convey their love for one another without like acting on it. Because I have this theory that because dude bros all have to look stereotypically like a Sports Illustrated model, that they can't have a deformed dude bro, or else people will start to think that they're smart because they don't have looks. So they have to make this language. So for example, thank you one person that's laughing at that, that's great. So for example, I was walking on campus and I saw two dude bros with their perfectly coiffed hair and exactly clean shoes that look really close to each other. They were walking from the gym, it looked like, and one of them said, dude, bro, what kind of protein powder do you use? And the other one said, dude, bro, I use the one with the black label. Because we've moved to this stage in their relationship where words no longer matter and it's only colors and shapes and sizes. So the other one said, dude, bro, that's the kind of protein powder I use, because there's no way that more than one product has the same color label, right? So then I imagined that conversation escalating as I left, of them going, dude, bro, I love your perfectly coiffed hair that took you 8 hours to make it look like you just got out of bed this morning, and your exemplary clean shoes that probably took you 8 hours to make that white. And the other one would go, I love your perfectly coiffed hair that looks exactly like mine, but we're still unique in our own way, and your perfectly clean shoes that make you look the exact same like me. So dude bros, I don't get them, but I think I get Valley girls less. Do you guys all know who Valley girls are? Yeah. Another name, if you guys have not heard Valley girls since the 1980s, would be the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And I think they're more intriguing because the dude bros are like this one layer character, right? They just say dude, bro, they all look the same, right? Okay. I think Valley girls are more special because they blink so much, I don't know how their eyes don't bleed every day. And they all just say like all of the time. there's no substance to that sentence. They all say, like Tiffany, like I can't like believe like that this like thing is like happening. Like I don't know what's happening. I don't know who Tiffany is. I don't know any of this that's going on. And yet they're similar to the dude bro. And I always wondered, why did we put Valley Girls on television, but there's no dude bro market yet? I think if you slap a weave and some fake nails on a dude bro, you have golden television. Like, I could just see this enormous muscular dude with like swim trunks and flip-flops and a luscious red hair wig and those like nails that curve for 4 days. And you're just like, dude, bro, I don't know why it takes his whole body to flip one piece of hair, but dude, bro, can you believe like Kevin was like mad at me? Dude, bro. Well, I think Kevin's mad at you because you probably took his girlfriend, Trevor. Like, it was kind of that was a bad move. But dude, like, bro, like, dude, I just think if that were to happen, all of our political problems would be solved. Because there's not one person that would see a commercial for that and say, I don't really feel like watching that. Everyone would see that commercial and say, that's the new president. Which apparently in this climate is possible. Just saying, television and politics, I didn't know match, but that's cool. So I'm actually gonna leave you guys with a super embarrassing story, because why not? So a little background information, I have a brother, and his name is Vincent, and we're 9 years apart. So we're not really close, but we're mutual, like we don't hate each other. And which is surprising probably, but anyway. So I saw him a couple weekends ago. We had a family event or whatever, and I haven't seen him in a couple weeks. So we flash forward to a couple weeks, and I'm downstairs in the Starbucks because I'm a white kid. And I'm standing in line waiting for my 8,000 milligrams of sugar drink, and there's no one else in there. And then there's a kid that comes in, and he orders his drink, and now we're both sitting there waiting, and 2 of the same drink come out. And I kind of glance over, and he's a pretty good looking kid, so I was like, the universe is telling me this is a sign. Like, I have a talking point for this now, so I don't embarrass myself like usual. This is gonna go great. So both drinks come out, and as the dude bro barista says our name, he says, I have 2 drinks for Viviane and Vincent. And rather than thinking, ooh, the universe is telling me to back off, that guy has the same name as my brother, that'd be weird, my brain immediately thought, did you just look at your brother out of the corner of your eye and think he was attractive? Because I was not born in the backwoods of Alabama, and I don't ever remember that being okay. So I kind of like did like those movie double takes, you know, where they're like, oh. And I looked over, and it wasn't my brother, thank God. And I started to grab my drink, and I was like, well, it wouldn't be super weird if there were 2 Vincents in the family. And then I was like, then our babies would have 2 dudes named Vincent in their family. And there it was again, babies. Babies, why babies? So I let that one slide, and I went to another family event the next weekend, and I'm telling my aunt this crazy story. She laughed a little harder than she should have at my romantic demise. And I told her, I was like, that's kind of crazy, right? Like, that's never happened to you. And she goes, well, the town you grew up in is pretty small. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys were related. So I've now realized that I need to go be a nun, because there's apparently no one that I'm not related to. So that's all I got for you guys. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. And thanks very much.